Good morning to all, my dear students. This is Geeta from Don Bosco Arts and Science College. Just I want to explain that test of significance. In this class itself, we are go through about that test of number of success and then test for a proposition of success. We already go through it, and little bit is one of the uh, test is meaning, that is the difference between the proposition. So I am ready to explain for that. Before that, just a intro about the test of significance. Why we are using the test of significance? For we have to it is a procedure to comparing this observed data what are with the client data. So what we get the data from this population or mean population or sample, that will be insist and to calculate or to measure this hypothesis. So when you are testing that significance, we need the population or samples. So the population is derived to get out the parameters, and then sample we find out the statistics. So that purpose we are using that test of significance. And next, the type of or test of significances, there is a small and large test of significance is there, but in our chapter there is only a small sample only we are taking that. First one is the t test or student test we will call it, and then second one is the f test or variation of ratio test will be call it, and third one is this Fisher z test, and fourth one is the chi-square test. So there are 4 classification of testing here. We all go through that entire chapters previous in this class itself. Let's we move to this test of significance for attributes. In the chapters we go through that test of number of success and test for proportion of success, and last one is the bending that test for difference between the proposition. Just I will give the 3 methods formula. This method is test of number of success we already apply and work out in class itself, and second one is the test of proposition of success also we work out in class itself. Just you go through it and go through your notebooks, you will get that what is that. And third one is the test for difference between the proposition. So this is helps to what are the difference between that population, and what we are sample we get from this two populations. Okay, what two population means two samples. So that purpose only we are using that proposition of significance. So the formula is here. Find out whether the difference between the proportion of success is significance or not. You have to comparing the two samples whether it is significance or not. For that purpose we are using that, and it will be find out this standard error also. Okay. So this I give that questions and then formula here. Just you go through that what are the formula I given here. The standard error formula is P1 minus P2 and is equal to as root of P and Q and bracket 1 divided by N1 and plus and 1 divided by N2. The N1 and N2 is the sample size, and this P for the proposition of sample, and then Q for the success and failures. The P for success and Q for failure, that will be occurs in P and Q's. And how to find out the p value means we have to match that entire sample what we are given to this sample 1 and 2, and we calculate that we have to take this p and p2, and then what is the 5 level of significance of this proposition is 1.96. So I give here level of significant here. Just go through that formulas, and let's we move to this sum. First see here What is the question here means? A random sample of 400 men and 600 women, and were asked whether they could like to have fly over near the residence. 200 men and 325 women were in favor for that proposal. This is questions, and the test the hypothesis is that hypothesis the proposition of men and women in favor of proposal or significant or not. This is the question. First we have to know that what is the sample, what is the population, we have to find out, then only we can move on to that certain thing. First you have to understand that what is the question here. So they asking about this, what is the men and women sample. So sample is for men is 400 and women is 600. Instead of that, they have a flyover near their residence is 200 men and 325 women were in favor of proposals. Like that there will be question. What is the sample size of the question means? A1 is first sample is A1 is that is the 400 men, and second sample is 600 that is the second sample. So we give as the name as the N1 and N2. The sample of proportion of men and women is 200 and 325. So we have to simplify the entire sample with this proportion sample. We will get that P1 and then P2. The P1 value is 200 divided by 400, you will get that 0.5, and P2 value is 325 women divided by entire sample is 600. So we will get that 0.541. So we complete that P1 and P2, we will get it. Next we have to move to the next formula. See the upward, the standard error formula I gave that is the root of P and Q, no. So next we have to find out that P, the P formula is N1 P1 and plus N2 and P2 divided by N1 plus N2. Whatever there is a two formulas here, you are convenient, you can take it whatever it is the formula you needed. You take one formulas and apply here. I take one thing and apply here, that is a 200 and x1 plus x2, that formula I take here. So 200 plus 325 and 400 plus 600. When we classify this, we will get that 0.525. So here I will get that P point, and we have to find out that Q. What is the Q value means? P value minus 1 is, that is the Q value. Okay. So or otherwise 1 minus P, you will get that Q. So I will get here that value is 0.475. So I mentioned in this red ink, kindly see here, the P is 0.525 and Q is 0.475. So we have completed the entire thing. So last move is we are moved to this n divided by n1 plus n2 square n2. So I apply here. See, the P1 is 0.525 into 0.475 and root, put a root, and let's we move to that. What will be occurs is 1 divided by 400 and plus 1 divided by 600, that will be get it. So we have to add both of them, we have to get a LCM. So I get here this calculation of LCM and short out here 0.0042 is the answer of LCM of n divided by sample 1 and 2. And then standard error is I get it here, P minus and P2 is 0.421 and into divided by that is a 0.321 is a standard error that we get. Differ means we have to P1 minus P2. In this PPT itself I clearly mentioned this, and under this slide just you go through it. So the difference is the less than the table value, hence the hypothesis true. This is the entire think of this problem. Just you go through your PPT and you will get that good result and you can able to understand. Thank you, students.